Welcome back to TheChowTimePod. It's your host, Red. Got a video today from HL Talk That Thought. Please like, subscribe, comment down below. I really appreciate that. Let's get that chow time. Just wanted to remind you guys, it's all the same woman.
Stop thinking about him. I want to stop wondering what he's doing. I want to stop wanting to tell him about my day. I want to stop missing my good morning and good night texts. I want to stop longing for his presence. But at the same time, I don't. And I want calm waters. I'm over the choppy waves. I'm over.
Cue sad music.
The rough seas. I just want my calm life back. And I just can't wrap my brain around how you can tell someone that for months, that you have this strong connection with them, and you feel it in your bones.
Did you feel it in your bones, or did you feel a boner?
And then just one day, you're like, I can't do this anymore.
More sad music?
I don't understand.
Welcome back, family. Today we are reviewing another modern woman who decided to divorce her husband and destroy her family just because she thought that she could do better, but then start to cry on the internet for sympathy when loneliness kicks in after she realizes how much she misses her ex-husband. Check it out.
I want to stop thinking about him. I want to stop wondering what he's doing. I want to stop wanting to tell him about my day. I want to stop missing my good morning and good night texts.
You want to stop all these things, but you caused all these things in the first place. You could have been with a loving husband. At least I'm pretty sure he's loving, but I'm sure you're going to say different.
I want to stop longing for his presence. But at the same time, I don't want to stop any of that. God, that sounds so crazy.
Like pretending like
Of
you're
course,
wiping a
that
tear
sounds
out
really
or what?
crazy, because it was crazy for you to leave your marriage and destroy your own family for absolutely no good reason in the first place.
Yep.
So we definitely have zero sympathy for you on this side of the internet. Guys, I want you to read with me the captions that you see on your screens right now that show how much she is trying to play the victim while justifying her decision of breaking up her own family. Let's read. I stayed for years in a marriage begging for the bare minimum.
It's always the bare minimum with these women. These women, you can give them the world, and then all of a sudden they want more, and then what you just gave them, the world already, is now the bare minimum. That is their thought process for a lot of women, I've noticed. As soon as you give them something, it becomes the norm. Once it becomes the norm, it's just bare minimum.
I almost lost my mind trying to figure out how to make things work. But I had to look in the mirror and decide if this is the life I want for me and my boys.
Did she just make a video of just crying and then posting texts up and down while she's crying? What? Wow, the women nowadays are just completely lost.
Ultimately, walking away was the best decision, and that's okay. Now, this is what I call bullshit. These modern women always victimize themselves no matter what circumstances they find themselves in. It's always about getting more and more and more and more. No matter what you do for them, they will always ask you for more because deep down they are just unhappy people trying to chase the next best thing that they can't even describe to themselves. And I will prove to you just how delusional these modern women are by showing you a video that this woman posted after she divorced her husband. Let's read the caption. Sad that he didn't fight for me, but remembering the right person wouldn't be able to bear the thought of living another second without me. You just can't make...
What? So again, guys, this is the most powerful thing. What the Godfather always says, may he rest in peace, is the ability to walk away. When you can walk away from these things and walk away from someone that says they're done with you, that shows them you're worth something.
This stuff up. Fight for you. Why would you leave someone thinking that he will fight to get you back? I mean, the level of entitlement and delusion these modern women show will never cease to amaze me. These
really
modern
does.
women really believe that once you are in a relationship with them, your whole world should revolve around them. It's always about me, 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 me. No man in this world who is focused on his purpose will base his entire life around a woman.
I just love it that these women pretty much vlog their whole depressive life on TikTok, and creators like HL Talk That Thought. Just let me just pull your journal real quick and your diary, and let me just post it around the world.
These modern women still believe in Disney fairy tales they used to watch when
They
they were
do.
kids. Just look at the response this woman gives when they ask her why she divorced her husband. Let's read the caption. Why did you get divorced? It couldn't have been that bad. I could no longer accept just being tolerated by my partner. I wanted to be loved, understood, and heard.
Really? You don't think the man loved you and understood you? He might not have heard you because you talk too much. That's probably one. But men don't just take care of you because we hate you. It really doesn't work that way.
These modern women are just never satisfied no matter what you do for them. The bottom line is that they are just addicted to trauma. They just don't feel good when everything is quiet and peaceful. That's why this woman made an emotional decision to leave her marriage and then start to cry and regret it when things got tough. And now all she is talking about is the infamous healing journey. Check it out.
The thing that's so annoying about healing is like the waves, right? I woke up, I was fine. I was excited that I wasn't gonna cry today. And I'm literally just sitting here watching the news. I start crying.
Women, sometimes they just all of a sudden cry.
And I am so annoyed and over this. Like these waves.
Sad music came in at the
They
perfect
just
time.
come out of nowhere. And I want calm waters.
Do
I'm
you?
over the choppy waves and over.
You do realize you created those waves, right?
Rough seas. I just want my calm life back.
You put yourself into the rough sea, and now you claim being over all of it. We do not feel sorry for you
Hell
over
no.
here because you decided to leave your marriage at your own free will thinking that you were above your family. You brought all this drama on yourself. Well, this woman thought that her new boyfriend would commit to her, but instead she got pumped and dumped. And all she is doing right now is crying and regretting her life decisions.
This is pretty much the course for a lot of divorced women, getting pumped and dumped for probably quite a few years, if not for the rest of their life.
I made a big mistake today. I started reading through old text messages, like why do I torture myself? But I did.
Because this man was Chad Roan, the Chads of the Chads. And that's why you want him so badly.
Because I was just trying to understand what went wrong. And we always talked about this strong connection that we had.
You know what? You know how to understand? Chad don't give a fuck. Right? Like, they don't really care. They're just there to pump and dump. They'll whisper those sweet, sweet nothings like I always say to you. And women love those sweet, sweet nothings. Oh, you're so beautiful. You're the one. You know, like, I can't live without you. I love you. All this extra lovey-dovey stuff, this love bombing. But they truly don't really mean it because they just want the poon-poon.
Spiritually, emotionally. And I just can't wrap.
And these women that get divorced and are in this position get so easily played by these Chad Roans because they know exactly what to say to these women because they're in that emotional state that they just need men to say certain things to them.
My brain around how
you can tell someone that for months, that you have this strong connection with them, and you feel it in your bones.
I've been searching for
Boner.
And then just one day, you're like, I can't do this anymore. I don't understand.
Let me make you understand what just happened to you, baby girl. You just got pumped and dumped. The world has convinced modern women to think that they can find another man that can commit to them and replace their husbands easily. That is why they are so quick to divorce their husbands, thinking that they can just snatch a better man from a tree and replace their husbands. Let's watch another video of her being shocked on how easily Chad decided to dump her.
You notice on the last
Yesterday was 1 week.
You notice on the last video where she there was no tears. Which there's probably no tears in most of her videos except for that one video of her just literally crying with text scrolling up and down. Like, come on, girl.
Since my boyfriend broke up with me, and right as I was going to turn my phone to do not disturb for the night, he texted me. He sent me a song, because that's what
Right before you went to bed, you wanted some.
we did. We used to send songs back and forth. And I know a lot of people are going to say, why didn't you have him blocked? You should have deleted him a long time ago.
Because you love this man.
I just can't
He's
yet.
the Chad of Chads.
And that might not make sense to people, and it might sound stupid, but I'm not there yet. So he sent me this song, and I knew what I had to say. I didn't want to say it. You know, I'd rather a tree hit my house than have to reply to him in the way that I did, but I knew what I had to do. So even though it felt like poison coming out of my fingers, I wrote, "You have made your feelings and decisions towards me perfectly clear. You need to leave me alone so I can heal my broken heart."
Are you guys hearing this? Just how reluctant she is to put boundaries on Chad, the man that she wants, the true desire. This is why us Joe Schmoes out there, we don't usually see this.
And my heart was racing and pounding in my ears, but I hit send. And I was waiting for his response. I was terrified of what he was going to say, if he was going to say anything at all, how long will I be sitting here? But he replied, and he said, "Got it."
True Chad.
Now what?
Now you know that karma is a bitch. Now you know that what goes around always comes back around.
Always.
Now you know that Chad do not discriminate. Guys, this woman is so delusional, emotional, and still believe in fairy tales and everything that she sees on TV at her age. I will just show you how she got swept on her feet by the TV series Golden Bachelorette, so that you can understand how deep she still believes in La La Land.
This message is for ABC and ABC only. The best thing that you did, such a mess, is the Golden Bachelorette. She gives hope to me, who's not even close to that age, but someone who is completely terrified.
You're comparing yourself to a gorgeous 60-year-old that is wealthy and well. You're not comparable.
To be alone when I'm older, divorced now, single.
Single mother.
And one of my
Don't forget about
biggest
that.
fears, I can't even believe I'm posting.
Like, they never even talk about being the single mother and having children part. Like, they really don't realize that is a big detriment to them.
About this is so stupid, but one of my biggest fears is like dying alone. And she had the love of her life, and she doesn't want to be alone. So you guys did it. You got it. First of all, you got a gorgeous Golden Bachelorette. She is stunning. And second, I am so happy to not listen to 23-year-olds and 24-year-olds saying, I can't find love, I want to find love. Like,
it's funny that 23 and 24-year-olds were telling her this. Like, weren't you told this when you were in that age bracket too? So it's just like a perpetual cycle that these women kind of shit on each other for it, for not being picked. And then they ended up not being picked themselves.
you have no idea all the life that you have ahead of you. And here we have someone who's had an incredible life so far, and she isn't done yet. Like, she wants to share the rest of her life with somebody. I'm just in my feels, blubbering, watching this, and just really hopeful for her and for me. So ABC did it.
Good job, Disney. Keeping that delusion
You just
alive.
can't make this stuff up. This woman is basing her all destiny after a TV show that has probably been arranged. This is
Scripted.
how much the media keeps on giving these modern women this feel-good Kool-Aid. And these women just drink it without even realizing that the chances of it happening in their lives is 0 to nothing. All they care about is how it makes them feel at the moment. In real life, she cannot even stop crying online about how she is thinking of trying to rekindle her relationship.
How do you know the difference between giving that person a genuine second chance or just realizing that you were the easy option?
And now, she is turning into a bitter
were
feminist
an easy
who thinks
option.
that all men who even try to help her are misogynist because she doesn't have a husband. Check it out.
Come on a crabby girl walk with me while I tell you all about the man that I just had to deal with, who was extremely misogynistic towards me and wanted me to call my husband to discuss the quote that he gave me. This said man.
You know why they do that? Because they're going to explain some things and you are either just going to go over your head, nor do you care. Majority of these explanations. Men care.
Was in the service industry where I would have to pay him thousands of dollars to do a repair or a renovation on my home. And maybe 3 or 4 times throughout our conversation, he said, well, do you want to call your husband, or do you want to get your husband on the phone? And I didn't have the heart to be like, look, I don't have a husband. I don't need a husband. I have no one to call, because you know what? I own this home. I called you. I want to make the repair on my own dime. I don't need anyone's approval. I paid said husband tens of thousands of dollars to vacate the home. And yet, I still own it. And I can pay for these big repairs. So no.
He's not patronizing you that you don't have the money. Like, calm the hell down.
Oh, dick. I don't need to call anyone. So, this is just for all the single female homeowners. Just know that, as annoying as it is, we don't need to explain ourselves. We don't need to justify why we want to make big purchases. Because it's our fucking house, baby. So get over yourself, men.
Oh,
I know you're intimidated by this,
scary.
but you know what? We ain't going anywhere.
Wow.
Really? How can anyone be intimidated by someone who cannot even spend one day without crying like a baby? Listen here, lady. You need to forget trying to get your ex-husband back, because there is no way any man in his right mind would want all your drama in their lives. You said that you are scared to die alone. But let me tell you that I have bad news for you. You have to make sure that you treat your dog very well, because he will probably be your life partner from now on.
Damn,
Fellas, do
pretty
not
much.
associate yourselves with these kinds of women. And above all, don't forget to keep your head up, focus on your goals, and everything else will follow.
I'm sure people watching me think I'm callous laughing at this woman in her misery. She chose the misery and she's posting it online, crying, trying to get sympathy from people. She deserves what she got. Please like, comment, subscribe down below. I really appreciate that. And I'll catch you guys next time.